Hi kiddos! Welcome back to my channel. That was extra. I'm so sorry. Let's bring it on back. Also, do you like my hair? Yes, I'm wearing the same makeup as the video before. That's because I filmed it on the same day, but I changed my shirt. A few weeks ago, I went to California and I just remembered I have a lot of funny airplane experiences. Something weird happens whenever I travel, so I figured I would tell my story. So without further ado, I'm going to tell you some of my ridiculous, what is this? There's a loop. There's a loop. I'm going to tell you some of my weird / embarrassing / funny airplane stories. So here we go. Usually all these stories are when I usually go to Chile, so I go overseas and it's usually an overnight flight. So this time I really had to go pee and I need to change my tampon. And as you know, maybe if you've been on the plane, the pressure in a tampon it don't mix. So the tampon wants to come out, and so you gotta wear a pad. I don't know. It's just the easiest thing, because otherwise you're gonna be so uncomfortable. But it was an overnight flight, so it was pretty dark. There was a line of people waiting for one stall. I went when everybody else was gone, so I go in the stall, and if you haven't been on a plane, usually to lock the door, it's like a little lock, and you just lock it to one side, and then on the other side it says either vacant or occupied, so then you know if there's someone in there or not. And my dumbass, I don't know what happened to me. I'm definitely very stupid sometimes. It was so dark that like the bathroom already, I'm pretty sure it has like an emergency light, but it's very dim, but it was still light because outside, since it was an overnight flight, it was already dark as hell. There were no lights, so I thought the light was already on. But usually when you lock the door, that's when the lights come on and it's bright as hell. So I'm very stupid and I thought that the lights were already on, so I never locked the damn door. Just closed it, and it's kind of like a closet door, sort of ish. It like folds. It's weird. I don't know. I closed the door. I'm pulling down my pants. I'm about to sit. Some guy opens the door and I'm like, ah! And he looks at me and I look at him and he goes, ah! So I guess I'm real ugly. He was so scared, he just went, ah! And walked away. Like, I am not exaggerating, he really did do that. And he was an older man, like grandpa age, kind of like covered his face, I don't know, but he walked away and I was like, oh. And then I realized my stupid ass didn't lock the door. So I locked it, peed, and I changed my tampon. All was good. Then I come out and it was all dark, so it was like perfect timing for me to just like hide forever until the flight was over. I didn't see the guy after, which was great. Another story. Oh, one time I burnt my finger on the flight and I had to sleep with a freaking cup in this finger in the cup with ice because I burnt it. I'm telling you, like, I go to college and all, but that's not helping my brain because I'm clearly stupid. Once again, I'm pretty sure most people know the lights up here, like people use for reading or when they're doing something. You know how in your car you just push the light and it comes on, and it push it and then it goes off? Well, it was so dark that all I could see was the light. Started reading, la 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 la, and then I got tired after a few hours. And I was like, oh, time to go to sleep. By the time that, you know, I wanted to turn off the light bulb was like scalding hot. Of course. Like, why wouldn't it be? Because it's been shining on my freaking book for a good 2 hours. I go and I'm like, oh, I just press it, right? So I go, my finger is sizzling, literally bubbling up. I was like, oh my God, what is wrong with me? And I had like this big ass blister. I need some ice, and everyone was sleeping. It was such an inconvenience and it was hurting so bad. Why did I do that? I don't know. So we had to ask the flight attendant. She was like, oh yeah, of course. So she would give me like, probably like every 10 minutes, it would like, the ice would just melt and become water. My finger looked like a complete raisin by the time the flight was done because I had to just keep it dipped in there. Otherwise, it would hurt so bad. Another story. One flight, I was on my way to the motherland. And this isn't like a funny story or anything. Like, it kind of creeped me out a little bit. But it was so cool. I sat next to this lady. She was 87 6. You know, older people love to talk, and I love to talk, and so we just started talking, and then she told me like her entire life story, like how she met her husband. Actually, she was coming back from New York, where she had her family. I can't remember her name, but she was very sweet, and somehow we started talking about our birthdays, and she had the same birthday as me. Ain't that weird? So I think I had said that I was a Taurus, and she was like, oh, so am I. And I was like, yeah, for my birthday. And I started talking about my birthday. I don't know, I'm so narcissistic. Like, what are the odds? Because she was the only woman sitting next to me. That's weird. I just thought she was the future Javi. She was a sweet old lady. Kudos to you, ma'am. Oh, also, when I got there to the airport, she only lived like 30 minutes away from my grandma's place. Like, she was near. I should have gone to visit her. I don't know why I didn't visit her. Next. Oh, this was a funny one, and it kind of messed up one, which made me want to slap a girl. Okay, so we were at the airport, which we actually, oh, this was a great story. Okay, so my grandma was going back to Chile, and we had to drive her and drop her off at the airport, of course. So there's like 2 airports. So we go to one of those, and then by the time we get there, Mom was like, wait a minute, this is not the airport. So it was like rush hour, and there's a ton of traffic. And of course, freaking, we went to the wrong airport. We just had to hustle to the other one. We got there in time though, but we went to the bathroom because we had to pee. My grandma had to pee before her flight, so we all went to the bathroom. There were a few stalls. The bigger stall was all the way at the end, and that one had the door closed. And it didn't look like it was locked, but I wasn't gonna go in there. My grandma took the one that was available. I was just waiting, and then this one girl, and she was flying. She had a backpack, and she was a little younger, so probably like 15 or 16, I don't know, but old enough to know better. So she goes all the way to the other stall, to the bigger stall, and she just opens it, and she opens it all the way, because you know, like, the doors just, they just open all the way. There was a lady peeing in there, and she was like, oh my god. And then the girl's like freaking out, like she doesn't know what to do. So I kind of reach over. I'm like, what are you doing? Close the door. And the girl's like, like, oh my god, this lady's trying to pee or poop. I don't know what she's trying to do, but let her pee. Close the door for her at least. The girl's about to walk away. Like, girl, what you doing? I don't know. It really pissed me off. So I was like, how do you not think? Like, you open the door, you close it if there's someone in there, correct? I kind of like reach, you know, like when you reach, but you obviously can't reach, but you do it because that's your instinct. So it's just like, and she finally closed it after like freaking 2 minutes of us going, but she doesn't even close it all the way. And then the lady who was peeing had to like freaking reach and almost like stand, even though she was butt naked. Okay, my last one. This video will be way too long if I just keep telling things. Usually when I have the overnight flight, I have to go from Baltimore to Miami and then Miami to Santiago. And when I was in Miami, I had to wait like a good 8 hours. So I was waiting and I was texting my friend. I don't know, must have been fate. I look up and this is where they had the security part, so people were coming in and out. A person, which I know now is Derek Luke, which I didn't know who, I knew who he was, but I didn't know what his name was. But I looked at him and I was like, my fangirl senses are tingling. I know he's famous. I gotta go ask him. But I knew he was famous and I was like, I gotta do something. I have to. I gotta do it. So I go up to him and like, hi, how are you? Could I just have a picture? Could I have your autograph or something? And he was with like his manager, maybe wife. I don't know who she was, but she was a bitch. She wouldn't even let me, like, I wasn't even close to the guy. Like, I don't have a sense of personal space. I really don't. Like, I can be this close to you and I don't realize that's wrong. But I made sure I stayed far away because maybe he had some bodyguards. I don't know. I don't want to be pinned down. He told me that he was going to, I don't know if he was staying in Miami or something, but I know that he was going to schools and doing like, what are those called? Like public speaking. And the girl's like, he's really busy right now. You need to go, like, meh. He just pulls out this like flyer, which I wish I had, honestly. I looked everywhere for it and I just moved to a different place, so I'm pretty sure just got lost, which sucks. But it was a picture of him. He had a microphone. He was like, he didn't look very cute, you know, he didn't. But on the side he had a very inspirational quote, which I don't remember. He said, thank you so much, have a good day. And I said, okay, thank you, sir. I'm gonna look you up on Google because I really don't know what your name is. So I had to read his autograph and I couldn't read exactly what it was like because it was some weird, you know, artists. They try to do the most with their fucking signature. They can't just do capital letters so that we know. They gotta do calm down. So I asked my friend, I was like, listen, I took a picture of it, sent it to her. She's like, oh, I think his name is Derek Loop. And I was like, damn. And then I realized I had seen him in movies. I was like, wow. That's pretty bomb. Thank you so much for watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Please go subscribe. Look at this highlight. Just subscribe because of this. Like, look at this. It's gold. Like this video, give it a thumbs up or whatever else. Don't give it a thumbs down because that's not very nice. So if you want to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat, I have those linked down below. And I hope you're having a wonderful day or a wonderful night or whenever you're watching this. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.